Hey guys, today's video is going to be my September favorites. I'm so happy that the fall weather has finally started to come. I feel like it just hit all in one day. Last week, I think it was Wednesday, it was 28 degrees here, feels like 36. That's in Celsius, of course. And then it absolutely hammered down with rain. We got a ridiculous amount of rain, and then the next day it was like 10 degrees and it's stuck around between 10 and 15 degrees since then. So it's definitely fall here and I'm so happy. Anyways, that's enough rambling for me. I'm going to jump straight into my favorites. I'm going to start with the one and only hair product I have. This is the Pantene Pro V Dry Shampoo. I hauled this like 4 months ago and it just kind of sat around. I never really gave it a shot because I was working through other bottles of dry shampoo that I had lying around. I can't believe I left this sitting unloved for so long. This is the best dry shampoo from the drugstore that I have tried, and I can't believe I'm saying that and leaving my beloved Batiste out to dry, but this Pantene one is just way better. It soaks up the oil so well. It doesn't have as heavy as a white cast as the Batiste one does. My hair is a little too light for their brunette one and too dark for just the white one. It leaves a white cast in my hair. This one doesn't do that nearly as bad in my opinion. Anyways, it soaks up the oils really well and it provides amazing volume. My hair is super flat, especially since I'm dealing with the postpartum hair loss that I've talked about in a few other of my videos. I'm losing quite a lot of hair. It is growing back, but that means I didn't have a lot of volume to start with, and now I have even less hair to work with, meaning even less volume. So I can take this, shake it up really well, and like spray it through here, and if I just give it a little bit of like a zhuzh, like look how much more volume that gave me. Now my hair is a little bit messy, but it has just been doing what I need it to do. I have bad hair days more often than I have good hair days, and this product has come in handy on so many occasions. It's super inexpensive. I believe this is even cheaper than Batiste, and Pantene goes on sale quite often as well at, one place or the other. Maybe it's on sale at Walmart one week, maybe it's on sale at Shoppers the next week. You just kind of have to look at the flyers. I would say that you wouldn't need to pay full price for this. Next, I'm going to talk nail polish. This is the Pretty Woman nail polish in Girl Boss. I got this in my Ipsy this month, and I immediately put it on my nails before that video, and it lasted over a week. After a week, I didn't even need to take it off. I typically paint my nails once a week, and I was tempted to leave it on, but I was like, who knows, it could completely fall apart on me the next day, so I should just take it off and paint my nails. But that amount of staying power is unheard of for me. I really struggle with keeping my nail polish on. Like this one is pretty chipped, but that was from putting tires back on trucks. I have sons, and sometimes my nail polish can't deal with that sort of abuse. But I don't wear dish gloves or anything, and I don't have a dishwasher. I wash all of my dishes by hand, and this stayed on through that. There was minimal tip wear. I would just highly recommend this brand. Now onto makeup. This is the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio Primer, and this is the Blur and Smooth variety, number 100. This was one of the products in my full face first impressions, and I didn't love it in that video, but since then I've tried both this primer and that foundation separately with other products, and I like them both more than I did in that video. So this primer combined with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation are not a good match. They did not mix well on my skin. My skin looked terrible in that video, but I've since used this with my heavier foundations and I like the look of it more. So I like this with Revlon Color Stay, with Estee Lauder Double Wear, L'Oreal Pro Matte, those types of foundations. I'm really enjoying having this underneath them. The texture of this and the results I get with it are similar but not exactly the same as what I get with the NYX Angel Veil primer. So if you enjoy the NYX Angel Veil or the Hourglass Mineral Veil primers, I would definitely recommend trying this one out as well. I believe this is cheaper than the two of those. NYX is still a drugstore brand, but their prices tend to be a little bit higher than other brands like Maybelline. I'm so sorry, we are going to have a visitor for the rest of this video. I'm going to try and finish it really quickly. I specifically have a beauty channel and a family channel separate for a reason, but today we're going to do a little mixture of the two. Wyatt woke up from his nap and he was very, very sad. So, you gonna help mommy? And this is the only chance I have to film this favorites video. So moving on. For my brows this month, I've been really loving a sharper brow. They're not what I would call bold, really. They're not like thick or anything like that, but they have clean, sharp lines, and I've really been enjoying that. Before, I've been a fan of the feathered brow, and I still really like that brow style as well, but I've decided to try something new and have really been enjoying it. And to achieve this look, I've been using the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. This is the convertible brow in 2. This is another product that I tried out in my full face first impressions video and have been using ever since. This we got in a BoxyCharm, I believe, and it came with a brush that goes with it with a spoolie on the end, and that is what I've been using to apply it. It has these 3 like powder pomade hybrid type product in here. It's really strange. It says you can use it wet or dry. I always use it dry, but it does have that thicker kind of pomade texture, but it is still powdery. Like, it's very strange. If you have BoxyCharm and got this, but you haven't really been using it, definitely give it a try. I love the way it looks. I use the middle shade for the front portion of my brow, and then I mix the middle shade and this darker shade over here to do the tail, and then I kind of like blend it through the center so it's not like starkly 2 different colors in my brows. I always stayed away from pomades and powders just because I thought they would take so long, but I've actually been able to achieve this brow look pretty quickly, which I was surprised about because I'm typically a pencil brow type of girl. For highlight, I've been loving a bit more of a bold highlight, and to achieve that, a lot of the time I'm using the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Smoke and Whistles. It is what I have on my face today. I'm not really sure if you will be able to tell. I feel like you guys are really far today. I think that's a little better. But this is what I've been using a lot of the time. I have quite a serious dent in there. I don't think you guys can really tell, but I've used this highlight a lot. This is not a highlight for the faint of heart. It is intense. I go in with a super like wispy duo fiber type of brush to achieve a more diffused highlighted look, because I don't want like a super stark line on my face that you can see from space, because I do have to, you know, I wear this to go pick up my son from school, that sort of stuff, so I don't really need anything too intense, but if I want something a little bit extra, this is the highlight I've been reaching for. Now that the weather is cooling down and the breeze has picked up, my lips get chapped so easily, it's ridiculous. And my lip balm of choice has been the Purlisse Daily Lip Nourisher with mango and shea butter. Again, this was in my full face first impressions. This was also featured in my lip product addict tag. I use this every day, multiple times a day, every day. This is amazing. It has a bit of an oily type of texture, but I really enjoy that. And I will use this before I exfoliate my lips, before I start applying my makeup so that my lips are ready for lipstick. I use this all the time, before bed, when I wake up, like it doesn't matter. This is just great. I believe I got this in Ipsy maybe. I think that's where I get a lot of my Pure Lease products, but everything I've tried from them I've really enjoyed. I have a second primer to share with you that I totally forgot about, but this is the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. Again, because the weather is cooling down, my super oily skin I think has kind of left for the year. My skin is really volatile. It is super greasy, disgustingly oily through the summer where everything melts off my face. And then in the winter, it's so dry, I feel like if I smile too much, my cheeks are going to crack. No matter how much hydration I try and give it, it just drinks it all up and then it's parched again. So I have been using this primer around the perimeter of my face where I have been getting more dry. My T-zone seems to be still a little bit combo oily, but is definitely drying out. But I'm starting to get the dry patches again, especially around my temples and stuff. So I have been using this primer just to try and hydrate and soothe those dry areas before I go in with makeup, because I don't want my foundation clinging to any dry patches or anything, because that would not be very attractive. Lastly, for makeup, I have this IBY Beauty Highlight and Contour Palette. This is what it looks like. It just looks like your standard highlighting palette, but I've been reaching for this one over all of my other ones lately. I just really love the tones in here. There is not a wide variety of shades, I will say that, but it works great for my skin tone. So if you have fair to light skin, I would definitely recommend looking into this. But if you have, you know, medium tan, deep, then this palette is unfortunately not going to work for you. I don't know if they have multiple like colorways of these palettes, but for me personally, these shades work great. I just kind of mix and match depending on what my skin needs for the day. There's this peachy tone over here, highlight 3, that I really like to do some dark circle correcting. And the contour shades are just really great. This was in a BoxyCharm. Again, BoxyCharm and Ipsy have just been really killing it with introducing me to new products, I guess. I love trying what I get in my boxes from brands that I typically wouldn't have bought stuff from, like IBY Beauty. I wouldn't even know that they were a brand if it weren't for BoxyCharm. And now I know I really love this product, so I'm more inclined to go search them out and see what other products they have to offer. Before I share my random game favorite of the month with you guys, I wanted to point out a palette that we got in BoxyCharm in March. This is the Naked Cosmetics little trio we got. That was the super expensive pressed pigments high that we got, like I said, in the March BoxyCharm. And I said in that video that I feel like this is more of a fall palette. And I totally forgot about it until I was digging through my collection looking for inspiration for my favorites video, because I have been kind of jumping around my makeup drawers all month. And this called out to me again. Like, how stunning are those shades for fall? I'm so excited to break this out. I'm going to leave this on top of my vanity, I guess you could call it, to remind me to use this, because the quality of these is insane. They're so pigmented, and the colors definitely remind me of fall. There's a mossy green, a deep burnt orange, and that beautiful plummy purple shade. I'm excited to see what kind of looks I create with this, but I just wanted to remind you, if you received this in your March BoxyCharm and kind of forgot about it, this is the perfect time of year to break this out again for October and November. And I'm so excited. How many times can I say excited? Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was everything for makeup favorites, but I did want to point out a game favorite. So I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see this very well, but that game right here, Word Cookies, Jeremy and I have been having like a bit of a competition when it comes to this, It is one of those games where you're given like a bunch of letters and you have to, you know, make a 6, 5, 4, 3-letter words with it. And I've been playing it less now. I've actually started 2 other games, which I'm sure you saw on my screen, which maybe I'll talk about those next month because I've only been playing those ones for a few days. But I've been playing this almost every day in September. No, this isn't sponsored. And I've kind of stopped because I've gotten to the point where it is super hard. And I know we all get to those points when we're playing games like this, but Jeremy is way ahead of me. I don't know how, but he is, and it's super frustrating to me. Here's an example of the level that I'm stuck on. So you have your cookies down here at the bottom, and you have to make the words that fit into that slot, into those slots there. I don't know why I find this so satisfying. I just feel like it's a bit of a workout for my brain. As much as I have been loving staying at home with the baby, I've never been out of school, and it's so weird. Like, I feel like I'm getting dumber. Is that a thing? Let me know if you have been a stay-at-home mom, like if you stayed home with your kids when they're little or are a stay-at-home mom now. But like, I had Max when I was in high school, and then I went straight into university, and I just graduated university this past May. And then I was, you know, pretty busy through the summer with both the kids. And now Max is back at school, so it's literally just us at home through the days, and I'm like, I need some more intellectual stimulation. And I don't really enjoy things like crosswords, so I found that game, and I don't know, I feel like I'm discovering new words, and then if it's a word that I don't know the meaning of, I go and look it up, and I've just been really enjoying like having something academic to think about again. I don't think I'm really interested in going back to school because it's super expensive, and I get really bad anxiety through school, yet I miss it. It's super conflicting, I know, but that game has been providing me just a little bit of academic stimulation that I had been craving. And I mean, it's fun. It was fun because me and Jeremy both downloaded it, and we're kind of in a little competition. And he is definitely winning, so maybe I should try and beat that level I just showed you. Anyways, I'll stop rambling on about that. That is everything for my September favorites. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, because once we hit 100, there will be a giveaway on a high-end eyeshadow palette, either the Too Faced Chocolate Bar or the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. So if you're interested in having the chance to win one of those palettes, be sure to subscribe, because like I said, as soon as we hit 100, that video will be going up with how to enter. And I will see you in the next video, I hope. If you do want to see more of this little guy and my family life, I do have a second channel, which is always linked down in the description bar. Bye!